Well, hello everyone. It's your girl, Lisa, aka the Melanated Minimalist. Guys, I'm so happy that you stopped by here at the channel. Listen, if you're trying to live a simple life, you happen to be a melanated woman or not, it's all good. I'm here to help you to live the best life you can simply. Just being simple. So today's topic of discussion is how my divorce led to my minimalist lifestyle. So everyone, if you didn't know, I was married for about 16 years. I married my college sweetheart, and we had two beautiful children. We also fostered children. We had several foster children we fostered, of course. We took care of people. However, things happened where it led up to a divorce. Now for me, I always loved to thrift store shop. I always loved to find things and like almost like recondition them or refurbish them. So that lifestyle was already a part of me. My grandmother raised me and my grandfather, and they were people who did that cash only deals. You know, they didn't really do the credit and all that. So my grandmother would get up every Saturday. We had this routine. We'd get up every Saturday and go yard selling. Now, we didn't go to the thrift stores, we went yard selling, where we get to people's homes and you're able to, you know, look through and see some things that you actually like and purchase on a dime, literally, sometimes 10 cents, 25 cents. Clothes, shoes, everything, mostly clothes, mostly knickknacks she liked. Really didn't do as many shoes. I'm just thinking about it. My grandmother wasn't a shoe woman. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So that lifestyle was a part of me, to budget or to, you know, live within my means and not go crazy. I mean, I had moments of times where I did kind of go overboard. But with my divorce, it made me wake up even more of how to keep my household intact. I didn't get any alimony. How to get my household intact. I have a 4-year degree. Was in, worked, you know, always had side hustles, so that wasn't a problem. But it was a wake-up call, and to decide, what did I really need? I used to live in a huge home, almost 3,000 square feet. I think it was 5 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, 2-car garage. I think I shared that with you before. However, when it was time to leave this, I sold pretty much all my furniture except for the furniture that I would put in my home, and at that time, my former husband would put in his home. We had really nice pieces that I got from thrifting, from finding things, just really nice pieces, scratch and dent, whatever. And we had organized our home into a beautiful, I consider a mini mansion. Anyway, we know material things can come and go, right? So with that said, when it was time to move on, I got a few things, he got a few things. And then I started looking and saying, you know what? I need to downsize even more. So we downsized from almost a 3,000 square foot to, like, I guess I had 1,300 square feet in my apartment. Can't remember, give or take. But the point I'm trying to make is that's what led me to more of the minimalist lifestyle. I started reading books. One book in particular, besides the Bible, is Simple Abundance by Sarah. Can't remember her last name, but if I do, I'll leave it in the link. I'll leave something below. Anyway, it's called Simple Abundance. That's the name of the book. The book helped me to see, even before I was getting divorced, even when I was getting, you know, just a feeling that this is not going to work, it led me to read about a woman who said all she wanted to do was ask somebody about scrambled eggs. You want scrambled eggs or you want cheese? And basically this woman had worked and been a part of her family, was married. This is a book, this is part of the book story. And she just wanted an escape. Now, I never tried to escape. I love my life. Things happen, right? But she said, I want to just get away. So one day she gets ups and goes, away from her children, away from her husband. And she literally starts finding her way to a small town where she became a waitress. And that was one of the things she would say. Would you want to scramble with cheese, salt and pepper, whatever, you know what I'm saying, what servers would say, right? She just escaped. And that really made me wake up and say, what would happen if this all is taken away? My beautiful home, the cars, or whatever, this all, what would I do? Now, one thing for sure and two things are for certain. That's why I tell you developing a skill set is a must. When I was still married, I became a personal trainer. When I was still married, I became a a fitness instructor. So I had those things in place. And I also had to open up my own child care. So I had my own child care arena for a little while. So I knew that skill set to take care of kids. So that was one. However, as I shared before, that book, Simple Abundance, made me think even more that I wanted a simple life. So when it's ironic that I did become a server. I did become a bartender, all those things, kind of like that simple life. I do work in a restaurant that I have to say my pleasure or things of that nature, or things to say, how may I serve you? It's funny how the things that you thought you wouldn't do, you do, and the things that you thought you would never stop doing, you don't do anymore. My divorce was a very hard thing for me because, one, at some point I felt like a failure. I thought I failed my children. I thought I failed the foster children that I had brought into my home at one point, helped raise them. And then working in the industry of case management and working with children, they knew about me being married. They knew all that. So they knew that I was going through a divorce, my job, everything. I just felt like, wow, I'm failing. And at some point, I probably felt that way and attracted not different people. A particular person in mind, I think at some point when you're going down that low vibration, you attract that. So what I'm saying to you is, during that hard time, I had to really dig deep and say, what do you really need? And what can you do without? So it was the clothes, it was getting a bunch of shoes, bunch of items. I started really wanting to have a little cozy place. So my apartment, like I said, I downsized to, was a real cozy, warm place. I had my, the maintenance people paint one of my walls chocolate so I could get a warm feeling. Then when in my kitchen, I remember this distinctly, in my kitchen I painted red because I wanted that energy, right? I started developing my own space. The minimalism lifestyle was working for me. I didn't have to have a lot of things. I just wanted to have peace and truly be happy, have joy within. And I think that's when I began to seek yoga. Now there are people, and I'm a part of the Christian faith, so, yoga, we won't go into that details till later, but that's what helped me through my walk, through God, through my prayers, but really, truly yoga. And we'll talk about that too. We'll talk about that in one of my series, my channel. On my channel, sorry y'all. This is unedited, this is you're gonna get what you get. I'm on my way to my workplace. Remember y'all, I told you I walk to work. So you can see right here. Now yesterday, have you seen the video any other time? Another video I had produced, you saw where I was walking home. This right here is where I actually work area. One of the workplaces area, because I have three. This is one, okay? So I said examine deeply, what did I really need? Some of the stuff I had, I didn't really need. And so what I did was make a decision and deleted some stuff. Now, I'm going to not go detail in this video, but I would say how my divorce led to my minimalism is I learned how to do without all the things that I thought I needed while I was married. I deleted all the things that made me feel heavy. I love books, so that books was my thing. That was my source. I love being cozy. All my homes have been what I consider cozy homes with fireplaces and people feeling like they could connect when they come to my home. My walls painted. I did the same thing inside of an apartment. I made everything comfortable. I made everything feel good. And I decided to be happy through my yoga practices, hot yoga, going, working out, running, jumping rope. I did all those things. I was a personal trainer, so I was able to pour everything that it was dealing with me. And I redid my energy or refocused my energy into helping others. And that's what helped. So with me saying this, minimalism helped me to be a happier me. Not feel burdened, not feel overwhelmed, not worry about all of this stuff, worrying about what other people thought. I would assume stop that. Thank you. I soon stopped that. And I said to myself, thank you, God, for allowing me to live a more simple, abundant, simple life. That book, Simple Abundance, didn't know. I was starting to read books. I go to the library and I get books on bootstrapping, how to bootstrap, how to go from not having anything to pulling yourself back up. And I read about a lady, African-American lady and her husband, who bootstrapped themselves into a bed and breakfast. And if anybody know me, I love bed and breakfasts, aka now Airbnbs, but back in the day it was bed and breakfasts. And I started reading books, and the other book I read was Don't Worry About the Small Things, It's All Small Things. You remember that book? That was a very popular book. Don't worry about the small things, it's all small things. I think I'm gonna do a book, I'm gonna have a book reading on my channel one day, and that's gonna be one of the books I'll cover. Simple Abundance, and I'll cover Don't Worry About the Small Things. Don't worry about the small stuff, it's all small stuff. So anyway, that's what really, I think personally in my journey, helped me to be a better person. Reading those books and knowing that God had me in the palm of his hand. So being a minimalist, for some may not be where they want to be. They may think they have too many things. It doesn't mean you have to have, just one fork, one spoon, and basically one outfit, a clothing capsule. No, it's deeper than that. It's about peace. It's about pure joy. It's about love of yourself, knowing that you deserve the better things. And if that means living in a one bedroom, if that means living, if you have children, you might have to downsize the house. If that means some of y'all might want to RV it or van life it. If that was what it means to be happier, do it. I personally wouldn't want to live in my car nor a van, and I'm not here to judge. That's just me. But I want to share with you whatever can get you to your peace, to your pure joy, you seek it, okay? Now, my divorce, it really woke me up, but it really made me come to be closer to myself than I've ever been. Getting to know myself like no other. That was amazing. It is amazing. Because once you know yourself, you won't allow anybody to treat you just any kind of way. You won't allow anyone to say anything to you any kind of way. You won't allow yourself to be in situations and places that you're not supposed to be in once you find your true self. So I want to encourage anyone who's listening to the sound of my voice and maybe going through a divorce or have been divorced to find your way back to true happiness. If you're not in a loving relationship and you're on your own and you got to continue to seek, even in a relationship, you better keep saying, I am worth so much more and I won't let anyone treat me any kind of way, talk to me any kind of way and put me in any situation. All right, so we're going to talk more about this. Y'all on my channel. I'm the Melanated Minimalist, helping women to discover their true happiness, joy, true seeking and manifesting true love, travel, health, wealth, all the above. Go ahead and like, share, and comment below. Tell me if you have been divorced or in maybe a long-term relationship and you got out of it and you're seeking to become a minimalist, or you are. Tell me what is going on. Why did you come to my channel? I want to know. All right, see you guys.